Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you so much for coming this evening. My name is Christine Klimstein, and I am the director of this production for your middle school thespians. Thank you so much for coming to support them. Thank you to all the parents who were helping them to learn lines backstage, at home. They put up this show really quickly. We auditioned right after Labor Day, and so I think we've had 4 to 5 weeks of intense rehearsals, and they were so committed, and they're so great. So I just excited for you to see them. I want to say thanks to Missy Bradley, who was my partner this year and helped to run the crew and all the kids. We've got kids who are helping to run sound, and kids who are running lights, and we've got kids who are helping backstage, kids who painted the set. So thank you to Missy for taking care of all those kids. We appreciate Chrissy Berg and Tanya St. Amant and all of their support that they give us. Phil Wonderling, this is his classroom. Every day we have to tear this down and pull it back up again so that we can set up his orchestra classroom. So we appreciate him being patient with us. I'm sure there's lots of people I'm forgetting, but thank you so much for allowing your children to do this and for coming to see these kids and support them. It's a fun show. I hope you enjoy it.
Hello, Beauty and the Beast bed and breakfast front desk. Yes, this is Henri. You can call me Beast if you like, but that was quite a while ago. I'm a new man. What can I help you with? Your tub drain is clogged. We do have some old plumbing here at the castle. There seems to be some hair in it. A lot of hair. I see. And what room is this? Room 19. Okay, and boom, wait. Is this Rapunzel? Yeah, I have a note here that says we've asked you to wear a shower cap. Well, I seem to recall removing a large ball from your drain last visit. Well, if I remember correctly, it was about the size of a throw pillow, and it took a lot of plumbing to pull out. That's okay. Well, please remember to wear that shower cap. Or maybe you can even try brushing your hair before getting in the shower. Look, I understand that it takes a very long time to brush out your very, very long hair. But we'd appreciate it because it takes even longer to remove that hair from the drain. That's okay. Someone will be right up. Goodbye.
Who was that, dear?
Rapunzel, again.
Is the tub drain clogged again?
That's right.
Should I send Bremen to get it out again?
No need to bother him. I'll do it. You know, Belinda, sometimes I wonder if opening the largest bed and breakfast in the Enchanted Forest was worth it.
It's a lot of work, but remember why we did it. The curse which turned you into a beast is not fully broken yet. We must stay hospitable to all who shelter here. And remember, the curse cannot be fully broken until we help the most inhospitable of all.
I know, and the best way to accomplish that was to open a bed and breakfast. But some of these guests are going to put me over the edge and turn me back into a ferocious beast.
We don't want that to happen. That wasn't fun for anyone. Besides, your patience is improving.
You're right. I'm going to go get a giant hairball out of the drain. I need to take my frustrations out on something. And a large, slimy, tangled mass of hair just may be the thing.
Hello, welcome to Beauty and the Beast Bed and Breakfast. How may I help you?
Good afternoon. I have a reservation.
What's your name?
Bonnie Redcap.
Oh, here's your name. What brings you to this neck of the Enchanted Forest?
I'm on my way to my grandmother's house. She moved into a retirement community a few miles away, and it's too far for me to walk in one day, so I'll need to stay the night.
You walked? For future reference, we have free parking in the carriage house.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. But I like to walk.
Okay, Miss Redcap. If you could just sign here, and I'll need to see an ID and credit card for any incidentals. Would you like to have our bellhop take your luggage to your room?
That would be great. Thanks.
Bremen, please take Miss Redcap's luggage to room 15.
Aye, aye, Captain.
It's just the one suitcase. I'll take the basket if you don't mind.
I hope your stay is to your liking, Miss Redcap. Please, be our guest.
Be your guest?
You'll see, though. We're the best.
Thank you. It's been wonderful so far. Oh my! Your hands!
It's just a condition that comes and goes, ma'am. Everything will be just all right soon. I'll be taking this hairball off to the dumpster, dear.
Wow, has she gone bald? Henri, did you say anything inhospitable to Rapunzel?
Nope. I held my tongue and did the relaxation methods you taught me. I counted 50 this time. Who knows? Maybe being nice to Rapunzel was the deed to finally break my curse.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to Beauty and the Beast Bed and Breakfast. How may I help you?
I have a reservation. My name is Locks. Goldilocks.
Oh, here's your name. If you could just sign here, and I'll need to see an ID and credit card for any incidentals.
I was, wondering about that person who just left.
Him? Oh, he's my husband, Henri.
Your husband? His hands looked a little furry.
Yes, it's a condition that comes and goes. He's perfectly fine and totally harmless.
The furry paws reminded me of a family I came across one time that, well, let's just say that we didn't get along.
Henri gets along with everyone. He's a very good host and will go over and above to make sure your stay is perfect.
That's great to hear.
Is there anything else I can help with?
May I ask if the beds are too hard or too soft?
Our beds? No one's ever asked me that before. I can't say they're too hard or too soft. I guess I would say they're just right.
That sounds perfect. One other thing, the breakfast tomorrow. Do you offer porridge?
Our chef has served it for breakfast before, but I can't guarantee it will be on the menu tomorrow.
If it is, it's not served too hot, is it?
Oh no, not at all. It's neither too hot or too cold, but just right.
Yum. One follow-up question. You don't serve porridge that's been in the pot for 9 days, do you?
9-day-old porridge? I think you're thinking of peas porridge, and no, that's just gross.
What a relief.
Would you like to have our bellhop take your luggage to your room?
Sure, that sounds nice.
Bremen, please take Miss Locks' bag to room 16.
Yes, ma'am. Be our guest.
Be your guest?
Bremen, don't be a pest.
We have quite a few guests tonight. Should I go get more breakfast food?
We should be all right, but you're better off asking Muffy that. I see that your ham's calmed down.
Yes. The relaxation methods brought me back to being less of a beast and more of a good B&B host.
That's good. How's the weather outside?
It's nice and warm with clear skies. The moon was big and bright last night, so it should be full tonight or tomorrow.
That's good. Most of our reservations have checked in, so maybe we could take a walk.
It's a date. Hello, Beauty and the Beast Bed and Breakfast front desk. Yes, Hansel, how is your room? And your sister Gretel. You're both enjoying your stay. That's good to hear. What can I help you with? Your tub? No. No, I'm sorry. The kitchen is closed for the day. No, we just serve breakfast and brunch on Sundays. Yes, that's why we're called a bed and breakfast. We serve breakfast. No, we don't serve candy out of the kitchen. Yes, that includes gingerbread. Yes, that includes gingerbread houses. While I have you on the phone, let me ask you something. Was that you and your sister Gretel gnawing on the carriage house? Oh, it was you. Yes, you told me about the woman in the woods with the edible house, but let me remind you that our carriage house is not edible. Yes, even with the gingerbread trim, That's just a style, not the building material. Yes, that is true. We are in a giant white castle, but it's not that white castle. Yes, I'm sure. And let me remind you, we have your credit card on file. So if you eat anything from the snack box in your room or the exterior of the house, we will be required to charge your card. Okay then, goodbye, Hansel.
Who was that, dear?
Hansel wants more food. And he and his sister Gretel were the ones responsible for those bite marks on the carriage house.
Let it go, Henri. Insurance should cover it, and we'll charge their card for anything taken from their snack box. Remember, be hospitable.
I know, but they need to control themselves. They'll eat us out of our house and home. Literally. What will people think if they come to our bed and breakfast and there's bite marks all over the carriage house? We want the place to look good for the bird watching crew coming next week.
Those bird watchers sure flock to the area.
Good evening. I was wondering if you had a room available for the night.
I believe we can accommodate you.
Yes, we do have a room. What's your name?
Peter Shepard.
Okay, Mr. Shepard. If you could just sign here. And we'll need to see an ID and credit card for any incidentals you may incur.
Oh, and my wife is on her way. She'll be here late tonight.
You're married?
Oh, yes. My wife is a supermodel. She's at a photo shoot in the area.
That's exciting.
She's paid $1,000 an hour for these shoots and gets to travel all over the world. She's a supermodel.
Is she?
Oh, yes. She's gorgeous. She'll be here soon.
Well, why don't you give us her name so we'll know when she arrives?
Her name? No need. You'll know her when she arrives. She's a supermodel.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Well, please, be our guest.
Be our guest.
Are there bed bugs to infest?
What? There are no bed bugs. What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought bed bugs were rampant in this area.
Let me show you to your room, and we'll be sure to keep an eye out for your supermodel wife.
Please do. She's in the area on a photo shoot. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
It sounded like something howled in the distance. Something like a wolf.
A wolf? I hate wolves.
Wolves don't interact with humans in our part of the woods.
If you say so. I hope my supermodel wife is okay.
I bet she's paid $1,000 an hour.
Oh, yes, she is.
What's the story, Morning Glory?
Good evening. Welcome to Beauty and the Beast Bed and Breakfast. How may I help you?
Have reservation. The last name Stock. Jack Andy Penstock.
Yes, here's your name.
Right on.
If you could just sign here. And I'll need to see an ID and credit card for any incidentals.
I'm not a big fan of the ID, man. Like, why does the man need to know so much about me, man? But I have these.
Beans? What brings you to our humble abode?
I'm a traveling bean salesman, and I'm stopping to take a load off my feet.
A bean salesman? Where are you from?
Far out, man.
Would you like to speak to our chef?
They're not beans for bacon, boiling, or steaming. They're magic beans.
Did I hear someone say magic beans?
Yes, magic beans. Jack Beastock, magic bean salesman. Once upon a time, I got my first beans from a stranger when I was on the way to the market to sell a cow. Now I'm the top magic bean salesman in the Tri-County area.
How are they magic?
Dig this, man. If you plant one of these magic beans, just one night, they'll grow so tall that you can climb the stalk into the clouds.
Why would I want to do that?
Haven't you ever wanted to walk amongst the clouds, man? Be with the birds, see the world from a whole new angle? Now I look at the clouds from both sides.
Clouds are water vapor. You can't walk on them.
Sure you can, sunshine. If you believe you can. It's all in your perception.
More like precipitation.
Are these beans even legal?
Absolutely. Legal, safe, groovy, organic, and 100% Pure magic.
Well, how can magic be organic?
No GMOs, amigo. Are you digging what I'm planting?
Bremen, this is Mr. Stock. He's a bean salesman. Please take his luggage to room 12.
Will do, Chief. If you would follow me, please.
Hey, man. Can I interest you in some magic beans?
Magic beans? What makes them magic?
I'm glad you asked.
Ooh, we have a full house tonight, don't we?
Yeah, I'm going to make sure Muffy and Bremen have set enough places for tomorrow's breakfast.
Muffy's on the ball. She should be all set for tomorrow's breakfast. She helps us be our best.
Be our best?
She helps our B&B pass the test.
You know, I'm glad we have this business to share. I think it's brought us closer.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we'll break the rest of the curse.
Speaking of being hospitable, did the Procrastinators Union reserve the B&B for that week next month?
They talked about coming, but put it off for another month. And the psychic convention canceled their getaway.
Oh no, what happened?
Something unforeseen came up.
Hey, you think Peter is making up that whole story about his wife?
Definitely. And you didn't hear Wolf, did you?
No, I think Peter likes to fib.
We do get some interesting characters.
So remember that walk you promised me? The stars are beautiful now. You should see that full moon.
I think I have time to see the night sky.
Let's go.
I thought you might be thirsty, Chef. I mean, Chief. No, I mean, Chef. What's on the breakfast menu for tomorrow?
We have a full menu of scones and pastries for starters, and of course a variety of muffins. I am, after all,
The Muffin Man.
right. And I've started to ponder the soup du jour for Sunday's brunch.
Soup du jour? I don't like soup du jour. It's too salty.
Soup du jour is the soup of the day.
Yeah, but I prefer chicken noodle. Can't we have chicken noodle instead of soup du jour?
No, I mean soup du jour is the soup of the day. It's French.
Yeah, French onion is good too. But can't we have chicken noodle or French onion instead of soup du jour?
Sure, chicken noodle is a good idea.
Thanks, put me down for a bowl.
I'll do that. So, what projects have you been working on around the house?
Well, I've been converting the bed and breakfast over to smart technologies.
Oh yeah? How's that working?
Well, I've converted almost all of the phones to be voice activated, and I've turned all of the bulbs to be smart bulbs.
How are they smart bulbs?
You can talk to them and they'll turn on and off. Here, watch. Lights, turn off. Lights, turn off. Lights, turn off.
Have you tried the light switch?
I'm still working out some of the glitches.
Let's change the subject, Bremen. I need an assistant chef. Have you ever thought about working in a kitchen?
As a matter of fact, I used to work in a kitchen.
Oh yeah? How long were you there?
5 to 10 years.
Hello, Chef. I thought I'd find you still awake. I have a question about tomorrow's breakfast. Is there any way I can taste your porridge? I don't like when it's too hot or too cold.
I'm sorry, but porridge isn't on the menu.
No porridge? The hostess assured me that there would be porridge on the menu.
I repeat, there's no porridge.
I was promised porridge.
No porridge for you.
This isn't the last you've heard from Goldie. You will rue the day. Rue it!
Remind me to put on a pot of decaf for her in the morning. She needs to settle down.
What was I saying before she came down?
That you worked in a kitchen for 5 to 10 years.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was let out early for good behavior. Coincidentally, I was put in there for bad behavior.
Wait a minute. Before you came here, you were doing time?
Aren't we all doing time?
Well, metaphorically speaking, but you were in an actual prison?
Yes, but I've been rehabilitated. I've paid my debt to society.
That's good to hear, and I'm sure it's all in the past.
What did you do before working here?
I was a musician.
Cool, show me a trick.
I said musician, not magician.
I might have a hat somewhere around here. Could you pull a rabbit out of it, or do you need a magic wand?
Good evening.
What can we help you with?
I smelled smoke in the hallway outside of my room.
Smoke?
Yes, it was a pungent, smoldering smell like a small raging inferno.
We need to evacuate the bed and breakfast immediately.
You should evacuate It's terrible. It's like the Hindenburg crashed outside of my room. Oh, the humanity!
There's no fire! There's no fire!
What? There's no fire? No fire?
He made it up, not so much as a puff of smoke.
Why would he lie about that? Where'd he go?
I don't know, but the only thing that would be burning is that guy's pants because he is a liar.
Did someone say there was a fire?
There's no fire. It was a false alarm.
I didn't hear an alarm either. Just someone saying there was a fire.
There's no fire. You can go back to your room.
Then why was someone yelling about a fire?
Freedom of speech?
No, you can't yell fire in a crowded bed and breakfast foyer.
Fire?
I said foyer, not fire.
Try enunciating more.
Is there anything we can help you with?
Yes. Do you have any ice packs?
I don't believe so. May I ask what you need them for?
I have some special treats in my picnic basket in my room for my grandmother, which need to be kept cold.
There's an ice machine in the hallway upstairs by the emergency exit.
Okay, thank you.
Back to tomorrow's menu. I was thinking we could have a 2-cheese omelet.
Omelet? That's my favorite play. To cheese or not to cheese? That is the entree.
That's Hamlet, not omelet.
Maybe a Hamlet and cheese omelet then?
Did you just hear a wolf howling off in the distance of this dark, foreboding night?
A wolf?
Did someone say there was a wolf? I did. Clear as a bell. Far off in the distance. Maybe a whole pack of wolves.
What kind of place are you running here? No porridge? Wolves run amok?
The wolves sounded like they were getting closer, too.
I didn't see or hear any wolves, but I did find some animal prints.
Leopard or zebra?
What?
What kind of animal print fabric? Leopard or zebra? Maybe giraffe?
Not animal print fabric, animal paw prints.
Were they,
Well, I'm not an animal paw print expert, but it was either a large dog or a...
Don't say it!
Wolf.
Whoa! What's all the screaming about, dudes?
Someone heard a wolf.
And I found wolf prints outside.
Far out, dude. The Prince of Wolves? Did he wear a crown?
Not wolf prints, wolf paw prints, like foot.
Oh, well, there are a lot of animals around these parts. I wouldn't be afraid of some wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? They're more afraid of us than you are of them.
Are you out of your bean? I find that hard to believe since I'm terrified of all things furry, including wolves.
I'll go check again.
Hello, Beauty and the Beast, bed and breakfast. Muffy Man speaking. Hello, Henri. Yes, you heard shouting. Someone said they smelled a fire. But there was no fire. Then this same person said they heard a howling wolf. But there was no wolf. You guessed right. It was Peter. I don't know why he cried wolf, sir. Maybe he likes the attention. I'm sorry we woke you. It should be quiet now. Good night to you too, sir.
I still didn't see or hear any wolves.
That's because wolves are chill. And you should be too. So let's just all chill out and take a deep breath. Come on, breathe deeply. One more time. Don't you all feel better now? Do you want to take a walk and enjoy this beautiful night? It should be a full moon without a cloud in the sky.
Relaxing sure sounds nice, but I still have to work on the menu for tomorrow.
Why don't you just make it easy on yourself and make the same thing every morning? Cereal and oatmeal.
Bremen, I think you failed to see the big picture.
I see the big picture right over there.
Not the big picture, the big picture of bed and breakfast, having a unique breakfast menu to keep guests coming back to visit. The same dull breakfast won't keep people coming back to the Beauty and the Beast bed and breakfast. Besides, dull breakfast breeds dull clientele.
Dull breakfast? I have cereal every morning.
Case in point. While I'm at it, I should make a menu for the ghost hunters coming next week. They're a spirited group.
So that's the story of Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, better known as Big Bear and Little Bear.
There's anything I don't like more than wolves, it's bears.
I get what you mean. I feel the same way about Giants.
Bears and Giants? I don't follow football.
They're not talking about football, they're talking about stars.
Oh, the Stars play in Dallas, right?
Bremen, I'm gonna go finish the menu up in my room. Maybe you should get some sleep.
All right. Lights, turn off.
Turning lights off.
Yes!
I'll get it. Hello, Beauty and the Beast front desk. Oh, hello, Winifred. How did you sleep? Terrible, you say? I'm sorry to hear that. We can send up another mattress if you'd like. You already have 9 piled on top of each other? And you still can't sleep? Check for one thing, please. A small pea. Yes, a pea. You know, a legume. That's what I thought. Our chef was doing inventory and was short 1 pea. Oh yes, he kept raving and was looking all over for it. No, I have no idea how it got there, but I'll send someone up for that right away. Bye-bye. Hey, Muffy, we found your pea.
Hurrah!
I wish Muffy and mine are on P's and Q's.
You said it.
I've been robbed.
What? How? When?
Last night, someone came into my room and stole the picnic basket I was delivering to my grandmother.
Are you sure you didn't lose it somewhere in your room?
My room has a bed, a desk, and a lamp. I'm pretty sure I would have seen it. I want to see your security cameras.
Security cameras? This is a giant old castle with poor wiring. We don't have security cameras.
How convenient. Well, I also found some tufts of fur in my room.
Fur?
And I seem to remember someone having a fur problem yesterday.
Now see here.
Calm down, Henri.
Yes, Henri, calm down. We wouldn't want the animal within you to come out now, would we?
I'm not an animal. I'm a human being. I'm a man.
Call someone who cares.
Calling someone who cares.
Hang up, Castle, end the call.
Ending call to someone who cares.
Sorry, boss. Some of the features are on the Smart Castle are still a little sensitive.
Who cares? My door was not forced open. Whoever took my basket had a key to get in.
What's all this racket? You going to wake up my movie star wife.
I thought she was a supermodel.
She is. She's in movies, too. And some TV shows and plays. She's a supermodel, actress, and she's paid $1,000 an hour.
Well, that's all well and good, but I was robbed last night.
Did someone say they were robbed?
I was. Someone broke into my room and stole the picnic basket I was delivering to my grandmother.
A basket? What's so special about a basket?
Number 1, it was mine. Number 2, it was filled with snacks and drinks. My grandmother is elderly and needs my assistance in feeding and caring for her. Whoever took my basket is a furry monster.
I've had enough out of you, Missy.
I don't think it was any of our hosts that broke into your room.
Then who?
Well, there's this family of bears that's been following me ever since I accidentally found my way into their house a few years ago. They attacked me when I was asleep. I just escaped with my life.
You mean you barely escaped?
I wouldn't use the word barely.
I remember reading about that in the paper. The perpetrator had gotten into the bears' houses, messed up all their beds, broke some furniture, and ate their food.
It wasn't exactly like that.
So you have a history of breaking and entering? Maybe you're the one who broke into my room and stole my picnic basket.
It wasn't me. Besides, I don't have fur. Maybe the bears saw me walk into this B&B and thought your room was mine. Bears love picnic baskets.
Did you say fur? Well, I heard a wolf last night.
A wolf? Why didn't you say anything?
I did. I told the chef and bellhop.
and I told Henri, but Bremen and I didn't see or hear any wolves last night.
Doesn't mean they went out there. Did you hear that? Wolf!
Hold on. Just hold on. Did anyone else hear wolf before or just now?
I did. And my wife heard it too.
No one here heard a wolf except for you and your wife. And no one here has seen your wife.
And he also said there was a fire, but there wasn't.
Just because you didn't see a wolf, my wife, or a fire doesn't mean they went out there.
I hope we don't see a wolf. One attacked my grandmother and me a few years ago. I haven't been the same since.
Listen to me. There are no wolves or fires or bears or beasts in this bed and breakfast.
I'm not too sure about no beasts.
I'm not a beast anymore. Let me tell you what happened. When I was a child, my parents taught me not to talk to strangers. But one day, a stranger came to my door, so I didn't talk to her. But she was a witch, and she cursed me and my castle.
But the spell was broken.
And now we're all living happily ever after.
By breaking into guest rooms and stealing.
I didn't steal anything.
Now, Henri, don't lose your temper.
1, 2, 3, I will not lose my temper. 4, 5, 6, I will not lose my temper.
What's the matter, beast? Is your blood boiling?
I just saw a wolf go past. I told you so.
Stop that. You're just lying about this wolf. Stop crying wolf when there isn't a wolf.
I did see a wolf.
No, you didn't.
78, 79, 80, I will not lose my temper. 81, 82, 83, I will not lose my temper.
Listen, we don't know what happened to your basket, but as owners of this establishment, what would we want with it anyway?
Who knows? Maybe you're both kleptomaniacs. All I know is I'm calling the police.
Now there's no reason to get the police involved, Miss Redcap. We simply need to find where your basket ended up.
While we're on the topic of missing things, I noticed this morning while making breakfast that we're missing 5 sirloin steaks.
198, 199, 200. Why would someone take raw steaks from the kitchen?
Beats me.
How about this? We all go back to our rooms and calm down. We can reconvene here later. No one needs to call the police.
That's a good idea, dear.
Okay, but can we at least get some room service? I'd like some porridge.
No porridge. I'll get the lights. Lights, turn off. Lights, turn off. Try saying please. Please turn off the lights.
Why would the lights turn off?
Turning lights off.
Thank you for coming back this afternoon. Jack, I assume you've been filled in on the events of this morning?
Yeah, man. Mornings aren't my scene, but my B&B buddies fill me on the halves.
Now that we've all had time to cool off, I think saner minds would prevail and determine that there's no reason to get the police involved over a missing basket and a handful of steaks.
It's too late for that. I've called them from my room, and they're on their way here now to arrest your husband for breaking and entering and stealing from me and my bedridden grandmother.
I'm sorry, what were you saying about saner minds?
I think you've just misplaced your basket. We haven't even checked the lost and found.
You have a lost and found?
We sure do. Found it. Let's see what's in here. I think the kittens that were here last week left these. Oh, and Mr. Fox was looking for these, but he gave up saying they probably went sour. Oh, and isn't this the meatball that Muffy lost last week when someone sneezed?
Oh yeah, it rolled off the table and onto the floor, and then my poor meatball rolled out the door.
Hey, seeing these sheep in there? I had a call from Little Bo Peep last week. She said she lost her sheep and didn't know where to find them.
I don't see any sheep, but here's a fancy shoe. Didn't we have a guest here last week from that palace ball up the road?
Oh yeah, I bet she'll be back for that. She looked funny like wearing one shoe and limping around like that. She smelled like a pumpkin, but not in a good way, like a spiced latte.
Well, it was worth a try, but there's no basket.
That's because it was stolen by you.
I don't think it was Henri that took your basket. If he took it, it would be somewhere in the castle, and we haven't seen it anywhere.
People, can we just all get along? Can we just take a deep breath and chill out? Like this. One more time. Don't you all feel better now, my dudes?
What would make me feel better is if I had my basket.
I didn't steal your basket.
Good afternoon. We are from the Office of Piggy, Police Investigation Global Group International. I'm Agent Market. This is Agent Roast Beef and Agent Home.
Call me Arby.
Agent Nunn is outside beginning the investigation with French International Agent Wee Wee. We got a call about a robbery. What's the situation?
My room was broken into, and my picnic basket was stolen.
Basket, eh? Well, can you describe it?
Describe it? It's a picnic basket. A woven, wicker picnic basket. It's about the size and the shape of a picnic basket, and it looks exactly like a picnic basket.
I'll go help search the grounds for the basket.
Good idea, Agent. So, what's so special about this picnic basket?
It was a family heirloom from my mother, and it contained goodies that I was delivering to my grandmother.
Where does your grandmother live?
On the other side of the forest. She moved there a few years ago after being attacked by a wolf.
A wolf? We hate wolves. We had a run-in with one many years ago. They destroyed 2 of our houses.
We swore right then and there to serve and protect these woods until we are all safe. Do you mind if Agent Holmes starts with your room while I continue to question these people?
Right on. I'll show you the way.
Now, who is the owner of this establishment?
My husband did not. My name is Belinda.
I'm Henri. We opened this bed and breakfast a few years ago.
He gets hairy and scary when he's angry.
It's just a condition that has nothing to do with this case, Agent Market.
Do you get a lot of business?
We do get a lot of walk-ins, but also a fair share of groups that visit for conventions. For instance, we have a group of retired military commanding officers coming in a few weeks. That will be a major event.
It's a private party, and we'll be doing a general cleaning before they get here.
Oh, and don't forget about the celebrity astronomers that are visiting soon. The stars will be out that night.
Yes, I see very clearly. Is this your only source of income?
It is now. I used to be a school teacher.
Oh, yes. What did you teach?
Students.
If you don't mind, I would like to see a logbook of guests and the whereabouts of any and all employees you have here.
You've already met Bonnie Redcap, and this is Goldilocks and Peter Shepherd. That was Jack Stock who went with Agent Home, and this is our chef, Muffy Man.
Muffin Man?
No, Muffy Man. Man with 2 ends.
And where do you live when you're not here?
Bleecker Street.
But I thought you lived...
On Drury Lane, I did. But I moved a couple years back. People kept knocking on my door and asking for muffins.
And this is your bellhop?
Yes, this is Bremen.
Hello, I'm also the handyman around the B&B. If by handy you mean handful, then yes.
There are also still some guests in that room.
There's Hansel and Gretel in room 18, and in room 17 is Winifred, who's had trouble getting to sleep on her mattresses.
Wait, did you say mattresses, as in plural?
Yes, Winifred's a bit of a princess.
Chicken Little checked into room 13 2 nights ago, but he's too afraid to come out from underneath his bed. He keeps repeating something about a James Bond movie, Skyfall. He must be a fan or something. Oh, and there's Rapunzel in room 19.
She's been busy clogging the drain with her hair. Is that a crime?
Not that I'm aware of.
Jack's room is all clear. Have you ever tried magic beans?
No, I haven't, Agent. Are they any good?
They're the best jelly beans I've ever had. They're magical.
Can I have some magic beans? With my porridge?
No, porridge!
Easy now. Henri, what's your alibi? Where were you from 10 p.m. last night to 7 this morning?
I was with my wife in our bedroom.
Can anyone else vouch for your whereabouts?
I can. Besides, he was in our bedroom late last night calling the front desk to ask what all the yelling was about.
I can confirm that, officer. I answered, but it was hard to hear because of all the people yelling, "Fire!
Fire?
Not again! There's no fire! No fire!"
Then why were all the people yelling that there was a fire?
That guy said there was a fire.
I thought there was a fire. What can I say?
What's your alibi?
I was with my wife one night in our room. She's a supermodel.
This man is lying. He has no wife.
Yes, I do. She's in her room right now sleeping.
Well, I would like everyone in this lobby to be questioned right now. And you, please get your wife down here.
No, she's sleeping. She needs all the beauty rest she can get. She's a supermodel, you know.
Go to his room and get his wife down here, now.
Which room?
3.14159.
He's lying. It's 14. Here's the master key, but I'm sure you won't find anyone in there.
My wife is in there. She's a
Supermodel! We know!
Ah,
Do you mind if we search your room as a part of our investigation?
Be our guest.
Be our guest.
Oh, please, give it a rest.
Agent Market, I found this few hundred yards from the bed and breakfast.
My basket!
Hold on there, miss. This is evidence. You can't just have it back.
But it's mine.
But it's now a part of our investigation.
That you called for.
I photographed the scene and dusted the basket for prints. I also made notes of its contents.
You looked inside?
Why are you concerned that we looked inside?
No reason. They're just goodies for my grandmother. Unless they were stolen.
You tell me the contents of the basket, and I'll let you know if anything is missing.
Just a jumbo box of Twinkies and a Diet Coke. She prefers diet because she's watching her sugar intake.
Perhaps you can tell me why you have silver chains and a stack of wolfsbane in the basket?
Well, my grandmother is very stylish and she likes plants. No other reason.
As it happens, I know a thing or two about werewolves, and silver is a classic tool for keeping them at bay, as was wolfsbane. I propose that this basket is an emergency werewolf repellent kit.
Can you blame me? My grandmother and I were attacked and swallowed alive by a talking wolf in the woods. What other type of wolf can talk except a werewolf?
I see. What kind of prints did you lift, officer?
They were paw prints.
Paw prints?
Yes, paw prints. I couldn't determine from what kind of animal, but whoever or whatever was kind enough to leave some tufts of fur behind too.
Fur?
Mystery thickens.
I know someone who had furry paws just yesterday.
Could you tell what type of animal fur?
where's the fur now?
Lab.
Chocolate or yellow?
What?
Chocolate Labrador or yellow? It's my favorite breed of dog.
The fur is at the police laboratory being analyzed to figure out what kind of animal it came from. Agent Nunn took it along with the paw prints.
Gotcha.
The way I see it, there are only a few people who have access to every room in the house. Henri, Belinda, and the staff.
I told you it was them.
And one of them has a problem with unsightly hair growth.
That's the one, officer.
But he has 3 alibis, his wife, the bellhop, and the chef, so that takes him off the list of suspects.
See?
I had the home office do a background check on the staff of this bed and breakfast, and found out that Bremen has a criminal record.
What?
We knew about his record. Reverend has been an excellent employee here with no problems regarding his character.
Thanks, boss.
What were you in for?
You don't have to answer that.
I won't hide from my past. I was arrested for kidnapping, but it was all a misunderstanding.
How could there be a misunderstanding about kidnapping? Arby, take down this information.
Yes, ma'am.
As a child, I was diagnosed with narcolepsy.
Doesn't that mean you fall asleep any place at any time?
That's right. And it continued well into my teens. I'm cured now, but one time I was driving and I felt an attack coming on, so I pulled over in a nearby parking lot and fell asleep. While I was sleeping, 2 robbers stole my car.
With you in the back seat?
Yes, they went and robbed 4 stores and I slept through the whole thing like a baby.
Like a newborn?
Or like a 10-month-old with a full belly and a clean diaper. Anyways, I couldn't afford a lawyer, and every time the judge had asked for my testimony, I had another bout and fell asleep. So he held me in contempt of court.
How was that kidnapping?
I was a kid napping in the back of a car.
I should arrest you for that joke. But since you were with Muffy Man, and Henri can vouch for you both, that takes you off the list of suspects.
How convenient.
Then there's Miss Goldie here.
It's kind of derogatory and sexist to refer to a woman by her hair color or style.
Actually, that's my name.
Oops.
As I was saying, I had the Home Office look up your record and found out that you were arrested a few years ago for breaking and entering a Bear family home. It seems you broke a piece of furniture and ate some of their food. Though, after some community service, your record was cleared.
That's right. I've learned my lesson, and I've been on the straight and narrow ever since. Still, the Bears were not so forgiving and swore they would get their revenge. That's why I think they broke into the B&B and stole that picnic basket.
That may be, but I still need to know where you were from 10 p.m. last night to 7 this morning.
I was alone in my room.
Can you prove it?
See here, miss? We'll ask the questions.
Sorry.
Can you prove it?
No, because I was alone.
How convenient.
That will be enough out of you.
I brought these other guests down, and a cursory inspection revealed that nothing significant was in room 14. No wife.
Okay, Peter. Can you tell me why you lied about having a wife?
A supermodel actress wife.
Up in your room?
I do have a wife. Or I did. But then she left me when I couldn't stop lying.
So you're a pathological liar.
Yes.
How do we know you're not lying now?
Stop that. Peter, how do we know you're not lying over the ocean?
Or that you're not lying over the sea.
Bonnie's lying over the ocean.
Bring my basket back to me.
Okay, Chicken Little, do you have anything to add? How do you spell that? Okay, Hansel and Gretel, where were you two last night?
We went out for a walk.
Where did you go?
Hither and yon. I left breadcrumbs so we wouldn't get lost. But of course, we got lost. So I turned around to see that my brother Hansel had eaten all the crumbs.
Then where did you go?
We got hungry, so we had a bite to eat.
What did you have?
We found our way to a Waffle House, which, for the record, is not made of waffles. We had home fries, salad with the house dressing, and a side of vinyl.
Vinyl?
I meant to say vittles. Anyway, we found our way back here, and we were hungry again, so we looked around for more food.
Do you have any witnesses?
We called the front desk begging for food.
So, what we know is that the basket was taken from Miss Redcap's room and ended up a few hundred yards from the bed and breakfast. As for our suspects, we have a host who, in a fury, gets furry, a guest with a history of breaking and entering who may have some vengeful bears following her, a pathological liar who won't stop fibbing about wolves and his unseen wife, an employee who's done time for kidnapping, and you, Miss Bonnie.
Me?
You have had a past run-in with a wolf.
I was the victim. A wolf attacked me. She's a criminal. He's a convict. He's a liar. And he's a beast.
That's it. I've had enough out of you in your mouth, Redcap.
I have the results from the lab.
The lab! What is it?
It's a room back at the Home Office filled with beakers, Bunsen burners, and people in white coats. They've confirmed it is wolf DNA mixed with the DNA of a human. It's all in the report.
Going back to your past run-in with a wolf, you said you and your grandmother were attacked?
That's right.
And the wolf bit you.
Yes, and my grandmother too. Swallowed us whole. But we ended up all right.
How were you not killed?
A woodsman came by, cut the wolf open with his axe, and freed us.
A likely story. But wolves don't unhook their jaws and swallow their prey whole like snakes. They rip and tear them up to shreds.
You seem to know a lot about wolves.
Maybe you're in cahoots with this basket-stealing wolf.
It's general knowledge.
While many of your enchanted creatures speak fluently, your mice, voles, and squirrels, Miss Redcap is right. The talking wolves are most commonly werewolves.
Werewolves? No need to worry. Us Piggy agents are well trained to handle werewolves.
What's your point?
Do you know how werewolves propagate? They bite their victims. Then, at the next full moon, their victims become werewolves.
What are you implying?
I am not implying anything. Based on the evidence, I am suggesting that you, Bonnie Redcap, are a werewolf.
What? Impossible.
We can test my theory. It's a full moon tonight, so we'll see if those hands turn into paws, and if you suddenly crave fresh, raw meat.
Paws with the same prints I lifted from the picnic basket.
The basket you allege was stolen from your room.
But that was perhaps carried away from the bed and breakfast by you.
As a wolf.
Who eats fresh raw meat, like the steaks from the kitchen.
And brings everybody's vibes way down. What? I wanted to be part of the group, and she's a serious bummer.
Preposterous. Who do you think you're talking to?
I think I'm talking to a young woman who may have a condition she is not even aware of. Globally, lycanthropism affects 1 in 100th of the population, but here in the Enchanted Forest, the numbers soar due to the many werewolves in the area.
What do you propose we do, officer?
We sit tight until tonight's full moon.
Wait a minute. The full moon's only up for one night. How could I have transformed last night?
Well, it's a supermoon this month, meaning the moon is extra full and bright. And the difference between an almost full supermoon and a full moon is almost completely indiscernible, even to werewolves.
See? I did hear a wolf last night.
Maybe. But how would anyone know to believe you if you always cry wolf?
Sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. Lying is what I do. Wait. No, it's not.
I suggest everyone go back to their rooms and wait until night comes. In the meantime, Muffy, can we have some food?
Sure, if it's okay with my bosses.
Be our guest.
Be our guest.
What would you suggest?
How about the soup du jour?
Not soup du jour. I thought we were having chicken noodle.
I'd rather a porridge.
Agents home? None? You guard the exits. Make sure no one leaves during this investigation.
Yes, ma'am.
Agent Arby, you stay with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Perhaps I can make us personal pizzas. What would everyone like?
Mushrooms on mine.
I'll have a pizza with pickled peppers, pepperoni, pastrami, and pineapple.
Can I have?
No!
You don't even know what I was going to say yet.
Yes, I do. No, you can't.
Nothing tops plain pizza for me.
Belinda and I will have half pepperoni, half mushroom. Thank you, Muffy.
My pleasure.
What type of cheese do you have?
Try the grated stuff. It's delicious.
I don't really care, as long as it's not peas.
Extra large stuffed crust, topped with candy.
I'll have veggie pizza to keep my hair shiny.
We'll take 4 pizzas with pork, pepperoni, sausage, bacon, and ham.
You are what you eat.
Well, the only ones who will be allowed to leave their rooms will be Muffy and Bremen. Are we clear?
Yes, Agent Market.
Good. We'll reconvene here at 2100 hours.
That's over 10 weeks from now.
You can't just hold us in our room for that long. That's cruel and unusual.
2100 hours is military time. It means 9 tonight.
Oh. I've got all the orders down. Bremen will help me deliver these to the rooms.
It's almost 9 o'clock.
Would anyone like more pizza?
I've had enough pizza. But do you have any?
Don't say it!
I'm just wondering.
Playing solitaire all day has killed my phone battery. Do you mind if I use your phone to make a call to HQ?
Please do.
Boss, about that.
Wouldn't it be just like a horror movie if someone had made the phone dead?
Making the phone dead.
I've decided I need to send for backup. Do you have an emergency telephone I can use?
We do have an old telegraph.
That'll do. In my youth as a Piglet Scout, I've learned Morse code. Let me see. I'll send out an introductory message. I said, how are you? They're responding.
Now, what did they say?
Fine, how are you? Now I will send out the SOS message. ... dash, 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 ... dash, dash, dash. You see, 3 dots are an S and 3 dashes are an O.
You did each one twice. You just spelled so-so.
You told them we're so-so, not that we're in trouble. What did they say?
Maybe things will pick up.
I don't think this plan will work. Who's gonna protect us when Bonnie turns into a wolf?
We 4 Piggy agents know the like of one werewolf. We have a plan.
We advise of wolfsbane extract that will clear the werewolf infection from our system.
I'm not a werewolf. I'm not a...
It seems like we may not have that much time to wait.
Keep your eyes on the target.
I'm not a werewolf. I tell you.
Lycanthropism can often cause temporary amnesia. The victim may not even be aware that they're being affected.
The wolf side slowly takes over the human side of the personality, leaving nothing but the savage, crazed wolf.
But don't worry, nothing will happen as long as we keep Bonnie in our sight.
Let's hope no one turns the lights off.
Turning lights off.
Hey, who turned the lights off?
I programmed them to be voice activated.
How do you turn them back on?
You say, lights on! Lights on! Come on, you stupid smart bulbs, lights on!
Hey, light bulb, turn on!
Looks like Brevis is the only dim bulb here.
Oh, why would the lights turn on?
Lights turning on.
I think the lights like you more than me.
The suspect?
Where's Bonnie?
She must have ran out when the lights turned off.
Did you hear that?
That one we heard.
Where is she?
It sounds like she's right outside.
What do we do? Where can we go?
These silver manacles will keep her restrained while we administer the wolfsbane. Come on.
What do we do now?
I would encourage all of you to go back to your rooms and lock your doors.
Put something in front of the door and don't open it for anyone who doesn't have the password.
What's the secret password?
How about it's safe to come out now?
How am I supposed to remember that?
We can do better than that. How about soup du jour? Not soup du jour. I thought we were having chicken noodle. We're not actually having soup. It's just as a password to let guests know that it's safe to come out of the rooms. I'd still prefer chicken noodle. I'm not talking to you anymore.
How about porridge?
No, porridge!
Please? Just as a password?
Wait a minute. I think the password should be
Wolf! Stop that. You're just lying about this, Wolf.
I'm going to send you to the full moon.
No, really! There's a wolf!
Days are numbered.
Piggy agents, let me win.
Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins. Bonnie, we know you're in there. We're trying to help.
This is wolfsbane extract. It'll counteract the werewolf curse coursing through your system.
No! No!
It should be starting to take effect any time now.
Will it hurt her? Don't worry. It only hurts the werewolf inside her.
Miss Redcap should be fine.
Oh, that's good to hear. She's already been traumatized by a wolf. She doesn't need this.
None of us do.
Well said, Nun.
I'll teach her some meditation techniques to lower her anxiety levels.
I think I'm over the effects of the werewolf disease.
She looks like her old self again.
And hopefully friendlier, too.
I'm feeling like my old self again.
Just to be sure, you should take wolfsbane extract twice daily at meals. Here's a prescription you can give to your doctor. It's covered by most insurances. It comes in cherry or grape flavor. Who's your doctor?
Dr. Doberman?
Ah, that should have been your first clue something was wrong. Dr. Doberman is a veterinarian that specializes in canines.
That would explain why she kept asking if my rabies shot was up to date.
You should go to the drugstore and get a lotion with an LPF of 95.
LPF?
Lunar protection factor. That way, if you're exposed to moonlight, the effect won't be so drastic.
Thank you, Agent Arby. Thank you all so much.
All in a day's work, ma'am.
I had no idea I was a werewolf. How strange to learn how much I change under the full moon. I also learned how wrong I was to accuse any of you.
Like we said, many werewolves don't even know that they're being afflicted. Here, take this brochure. It's more information on how to overcome being a werewolf. It's published through Brimfax. And this is for you, Goldie.
What is it?
It's an informational brochure published through Porridge Anonymous. You have a porridge problem, Goldie.
Yes, I guess I do.
Thank you, Agent Home. Hello. My name is Goldilocks. I have a porridge problem.
Hello, Goldie.
Well, good night.
Good night, Goldie.
And here's one for you. It's a mantra you can recite to help you stop lying.
Really?
No, not really. Just stop lying. It's annoying.
Well, it looks like this case is all wrapped up. We'll be heading out, but I hope you all have a happily ever after.
I wanted to apologize for being such a horrendous guest. You must think I'm a monster.
Not at all, Bonnie. If anyone can understand what you're going through, it'd be me. We all have a past, but we don't have to let it define us.
I hope you come back. You're always welcome here.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Bonnie.
It's been a sensational stay, but I'm ready to call it a day and hit the hay, okay?
Thank you, Jack. Things should be a lot quieter around here now. Take a rest.
Take a rest.
You two are the best.
By the way, is there any candy left in the kitchen?
No.
I'm off to get my beauty sleep. Good night. Just so you know, my tub drain is clogged.
I'll be right up.
Thank you.
Peter, there you are.
Talia, my love! Hey everyone, this is my supermodel wife. Where have you been, my love?
The photo shoot ran long, so they put us up on location. Then we finished it in the morning.
You're married to him?
That's right.
Well, we were surprised since you're a supermodel and he's a
mild-mannered, average person.
Well, yeah, that's one way of saying it. And you're okay with him stretching the truth.
It's his most endearing quality. He's such a funny storyteller.
You've missed all the excitement. There was a werewolf, a police chase, stolen steaks, and the lights turned on and off by voice activation.
I'm sure there was, dear. Peter with his stories, am I right? Let's go get some rest. I need my beauty sleep. I am, after all, a supermodel.
Wow. Now that that's all cleared up, Bremen and I will start preparing for tomorrow's breakfast.
I can't wait for a big bowl of chicken noodle soup.
You know, it felt really good for you and Bonnie.
And I'm glad we welcomed her back.
We were hospitable to someone who is inhospitable. Who knows? Maybe my curse will finally end and we can truly live happily ever after.
It's a tale as old as time.
We help solve a crime.
Beauty.
And the person formerly known as the Beast.
Spotlight.